You can access the entire episode now on our website, forbiddenknowledge.news, Rokfin, Rumble, and all podcast platforms. I'm very encouraged about what I'm seeing with people's awareness about the unfolding of things that previously they just went along with or had a different understanding, like you were just saying. Now, for the last few minutes that we have, I know we briefly touched on extraterrestrial sexuality and some of the differences there between humans. What would be some of the strangest sexual practices you've heard about from extraterrestrials?
There were some examples given in the book, and I don't remember them all, but there was this one race of beings. I'm trying to remember exactly how it did. Well, I'll go back to some of the ones I know. Like insectoid beings are very, very different in the way that they do it. They're asexual, or they can have partners from an external, kind of like what we see with like chickens or snakes, the egg-laying ones, where you have one who develops and then another one that drops that last seed for the full development to take place. I've seen that, but I've seen it done with two different parts of the same being. So this being will have, both abilities, like sexual organs, and one of them will grow within the time they need to impregnate themselves. And then that same organ or same part will fall off after it's done. Now, that's weird physically. Energetically, there are races that have sexual reproducing, where a fully developed child will come from the male into the female. And once it enters the female, it takes on the life force energy, which develops it further. And then, like Treb's race, Treb is my first guy I ever met. They have like pretty much what they call it, like a protein substance egg, the best way that they could describe it for us to understand. And that egg is developed, and both the genomes of both parents are taken and put in there, and it's grown in a lab. So their kid comes out and just walks around the planet. It doesn't go right to mom or dad. I mean, instinctually, the being knows who mom and dad is, but doesn't really care. And the society is just like, oh, hey, how's it going? You're a new one, And just like one of Treb's kids didn't come back till they were like 5 or 6 Earth years old to meet them after they were born.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so very, very crazy. Sometimes sexuality is not physical at all. Sometimes beings will merge their physical bodies in an energy, like a sexuality that's energy based, and then once they separate, there's a new consciousness, a new physicality, a new body develop. So sexuality is not always synonymous with reproduction, and it's not always reproduction is not always synonymous with sexuality, but it is a pretty widely used thing in the galaxy. Even higher dimensional beings, some of them still have direct sexuality for reproduction.
Very interesting, man.